Hello, welcome back, Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic slash Non-Classics. This is episode 144 and Doubleshot 79. Okay, so it looks like usual. First up, it's Batman: Death of the Family. Yeah, I know that the cover looks kind of gross because it's Joker's muscle instead of looking at like his face. Yeah, the library didn't have the plastic cover. Anyways, who doesn't know what happens in this particular book unless you're not reading Batman for the past few years? This simply is the main story of the Death of the Family storyline, which basically covers issues Batman 13 to 17 of the second volume, written and drawn with and it's by writer Scott Snyder and artist Greg Capullo. Yeah, this is a really cool event, but it's also kind of gross as well. I mean, at times you'd be like trying to have uh trying not have an easy stomach while reading this. I mean, the Joker does some of the most disgustingest things that I'm not gonna show, but he does a lot of disgusting things. Really a lot. There's no break in the action hardly at all. There's stuff take place between some of the issues, stuff like that. Um, it's a good event, and this of course is the last the Joker is seen until he shows up in the storyline Endgame. All in all, good story. Very grotesque stuff happens in here. I give this book an 8.5 out of 10. Okay, next up something much better. Uncanny X-Men, Volume 5, The Omega Mutant. This one picks up right where the previous trade leaves off from the original Sentai. The original Sentai sets up this very storyline, and this covers issues 26 31 of Uncanny X-Men. And it's written by Brian Michael Bendis, and the artwork is by Chris Bachalo and Chris Inkina. Yeah, and by the way, this is the second to last trade of the Uncanny X-Men volume. Basically, simply put, this guy, Matthew Malloy, basically does some crazy stuff in here, kills off pretty much most of the cast of this book. The three primary X-Men who were supposed to be in this book, yeah, they get killed off slowly over the course of this book. And plus, Emma Frost does something really weird. She plants a kiss on Dazzler's cheek. I'm not sure what was the whole point of that, and that's never brought up after that. Yeah, and issue 31 simply just wraps everything up. It's a good story all in all. Okay artwork. You see a crash of a helicarrier. Who hasn't seen that? It's an old cliche. Um, and plus, most of all, the book has got great covers for its stories. Not much to say when it comes to this, basically. But this book is the beginning and the end of the X-Men title. Well, and of course the group itself, because it's explained in the flashback in the next issue what happens. But all in all, this is really good. Um, like, I can show off some artwork. Well, Chris Bachalo does some of the artwork. He does issues 27 and 31. 26 and 28. That's done by Chris Aquina. Mm-hmm. And pretty much just like half the Marvel Universe shows up in this very issue. Oh, and by the way, when Eva Bell fixes everything by going back in time, convincing Charles Xavier to prevent Matthew Malloy's birth by having his parents never meeting. So kind of in the way, Bendis retcons the previous several issues and changes where the last one was not the revelation of this guy, but actually the fact the school was handed over to Scott Summers, which he has no desire to do it, so he hands it up. So he has legal documents. He has She-Hulk to hand it off to Storm, which, okay. Oh, and by the way, this is something but odd. Wasn't Wolverine there when this previous thing happened? I mean, did Wolverine's death already happen? I mean, if you're reading this because Wolverine's dead already, like, where's Wolverine? Did he just die? Did they just, they kind of change history a bit? But where's Wolverine? He was part of the thing when the thing started, and all of a sudden he comes to this, and he's nowhere to be seen. He's not even mentioned at all. And all in all, good book, 9 out of 10. Pick it up. Okay? That's it for this episode. Stay tuned for my next episode, which will be episode 145 and Doubleshot 79. Okay? See you there. Bye.